Welcome back to Marketing Champions here on Daily Ad Brief. I'm Howard Walpuff, your host. Again, we're talking about marketing with marketing experts from around the country. Today, we're in New York City with Livia Pinzari from NoLie Communications. And Livia, welcome to our conversation today.
Hi, Howard. Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
Well, we're excited that we have you here and excited to learn more about you. So why don't you share with us, how did you get started in the marketing industry?
Oh, it's been a while. I worked in advertising for a long time, and I always loved advertising, as a little kid. And I had my first opportunity in Australia, and I was at Ogilvy. And I've always happened to be working on very big accounts and all over. I was in Sydney, then I moved to Paris, and I was working at Wunderman over there. Same story, like clients, like Microsoft, Hewlett Packard, a lot of technology. Technology always followed me a little bit. And then I moved to New York and I was working at BBDO on Visa. Once again, fantastic, like great experiences working on massive teams. And then at some point, I had a little bit of a entrepreneurial, wish. I wanted to start one day my own agency in New York City. It has been now for years, but let's say that I learned what I wanted to do with the agency when I left the big agency world and I ventured into ad technology. And so I was there for a couple of years and I realized how much we didn't know agency side of what technology can help brands do and how brands can be like smarter and more agile. And so, with that experience of startup methodology and agile methodology, I decided to start my own agency 4 years ago. And the name is NoLie for multiple reasons. Like one is NoLie, basically, helping brands shape their strategy based on real data and also based on the real strengths. Because that is more sustainable, rather than building a whole lie around a brand or a product. Why don't you find what are your real strengths and push for those because they're the most sustainable to push out there, and your audience is going to help you, diffuse your own message. And on the other side, transparency, like that's really what our main role. We work with brands and we literally merge our resources with their resources internally, and there is full transparency. So basically, this enables us to work together towards a common objective rather than spending time, like trying to look our best, instead of working together and, having a common goal with our clients.
Well, it definitely seems like your clients really are in good hands with all this experience and the vision that you have for your agency. So when you have them come in, what kind of onboarding experience do they have to really fine tune exactly what their needs are and how you're going to work together to implement them?
That's a really good question. I really believe it goes both ways. The old school approach is, I have a brief, I have a budget, I know what I want to do, and now you pitch me. And we work with different clients, so in some cases that's the standard approach. But I think what's most important, they want to get to know us, but we also want to get to know them. And so we usually start from an audit. And through the audit, we analyze their data. So whatever their data set is telling them on the back end, on their analytics or their CRM list, and how their audience is behaving. But that's not where we stop. We also want to understand how they're structured internally. Like, do they have internal designers? What is the skill set of the internal designers? Or do they need to outsource? Do they have an e-commerce manager? Is the e-commerce manager like more savvy on the SEO side, on the email side? And so basically by getting to know each other and having these sessions where on one side we want to understand what are the strengths of your brands, what are the pillars. On the other side, we want to understand like what are your resources and how can we make sure that we're focusing our time and effort in the areas where you potentially have a gap. And so I think, that's the most important step of our methodology, because starting from that work, then we build a plan with short-term, mid-term, and long-term goals. Now, everybody knows at the end of the day, a brand needs to be profitable. And so marketing today is extremely expensive. And so the idea is like finding immediately those, short-term goals that can help you with your bottom line, and at the same time, how do you methodically build up, and grow your brand with midterm and longer-term goals.
Well, it really seems that you have the recipe for a really great blueprint on how to grow a company and how to make their business and their marketing evolve and get the results they're looking for. Again, as you just said, not just on the short term, but on the long term as well. And we really appreciate you sharing this with us and really giving us a chance to get to know more about you. And thank you for joining us today.
Well, thank you very much, Howard.
And thank you all for joining us as well. It really is phenomenal when you find marketers with this type of experience. They're really out there helping smaller businesses and medium-sized businesses, large-scale businesses, get this right blueprint into the mix and really see the results they're looking for, and really knowing you're in good hands that has such a great track record of experience that's going to get you to that finish line that you're looking for. There's really more information available on NoLie Communications here on Daily Ad Brief, so please check that out. But go and have a great rest of today, and we'll see you next time on Marketing Champions.
Simplify presents Addressable CTV, combining the power of TV with the targeting and attribution of digital. Simplify's Addressable CTV delivers massive reach with the ability to scale without sacrificing precision. TV buyers can generate incremental reach with household-level targeting, frequency controls, reporting, and insights. To learn more about Simplify's Addressable CTV and what it can do for your clients, visit simply.fi.